But that feeling of enclosure in the theater still is exciting to me. Even now, I think magic time. You are on the stage and you say, "Come with me," and stay with me. For two hours. Many years ago, someone asked Edward Albee what was the moment when he sat down to write. He said, I'm walking along the street and suddenly I am with child. That's all I know, he said. It's there. And I have to go and begin. And it sounds very ignorant, but I sometimes just have a whole speech. And I think, I think there's enough there. I think there's sufficient there to start. But
out of which a play can grow, you mean?
Yes, yes. Usually it's the beginning, or it can be just one character. Everyone tells me that that's what you should do, and that it makes it easier. I've never found, because I always find there's usually about 1/3 of the way in it's facile to say, but the characters, you suddenly realize, it can't go that way. This character can't go that way. And there's a reality that comes across, and then you have to just be prepared for what is going on. The thing is to try and always recognize what is not authentic. And that is very hard, because you keep stretching and pushing a little and saying, this is okay. And deep in your heart, you know. But it is surprising how many writers that I have talked to, and including myself, that you should not do a certain thing, but you just have enough ego that you think, I will make this work.
So I won't change it.
And it nearly always doesn't work. It's just not free. It doesn't flow.
But in any case, the endings of the plays, the open-endedness of them.
Well, it's what I've been saying here for an hour. There are no solutions.
Right. That corresponds with this view, right?
Yes.
That's not refusing to give a facile closure to the reader, to the spectator.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I think it has become perhaps a little less free again. I had a greater capacity when I was younger for a wide variety of humor. The Yiddish word is shtick, stupid, pie in the face, below even farce, Fado, below all that. But I used to love Fado, for instance, and just all the craziness, all the doors and all that. But again, with age, I think I've sort of grown out of that now, and I find humor more in witticisms, or, for instance, Oscar Wilde. That seems to me that humor is timeless. It isn't just for young people. So I think wit. And sometimes, that verges very much on sarcasm. But you usually have to have knowledge of something before you can do the witticism. But then everybody has to understand that. But that appeals to me much more now. As I grow older, I have much less patience with frivolous things. And I miss that. Because I can tell I'm sitting in an audience and people are laughing at fart jokes,
Yeah.
And it just seems so idiotic to me. It's fine for what we call bathroom humor, for pubescence, but
Good drama.
Yeah, but I wish I were lighter, lighter in spirit. But you can't be whatever you're not. So.
Do you feel you were lighter in your earlier plays?
Yes, I think so. Yes. And I was, because always ignorance is, you're more daring, and you don't care so much about, you just put things out there. And then I think, as you get older, and you see so many new things and you think, oh no, I don't dare try that again. Or that I'm beyond that somehow, I'm past that. There was a change. Before writing Trying, and then after trying, it took me a long time, you know, because I had the experience of working for Biddle many, many years ago. But I kind of, in my mind, I lump, there's Trying, and then I wanted to write about the two women, Mrs. Dexter and her daily, then Amsterdam to Budapest. I actually think of those three works as my adult work. But this is very personal, actually, because prior to those three plays, I had so many family concerns. And because of having the three children in 2 years, all of my worries about having money for college for everybody and such, it was all going to overlap. So I did some writing that I probably shouldn't have done. I accepted a couple of screenplay offers that I didn't really have the heart for. So I regret that. There has been a kind of financial freedom. You know, it's very ironic that the financial freedom sort of happens at the same time that the mental faculties are slower. So there is an irony to that. But I don't know really if that's answering your question or not. I just feel much less pressure than I did for all those earlier years. And then the big surprise for me was Lucy Kroll, the New York agent, who said to me early on, she said, I think not yet, but she said, I think fairly soon you will have range. And she had seen, I think, the 2 one-acts and maybe Artichoke, something like that. I didn't quite frankly even know what she meant by range. But she felt that I wouldn't be just stuck, I think, in one sort of genre. As I say, I didn't entirely understand. I just thought, I think this is a compliment. I think I should be pleased about this. So I like to think that, especially in the last 10, 15 years, I am spreading my wings a bit more. You never find out, but human beings are just so complex and so inexplicable in our behavior. That examining that is, I think, really until I completely lose my marbles, that will be very interesting to me.
One of your main motivations.
Yes.
In order to explore.
Yes, and what is it that makes this specific person behave, you know, the way that they do? It's all part of questing. It's all part of, you know, is that all there is? that there must be more? Yes, curiosity is very, very much a part of practically from the moment I wake up in the morning. Even now, Florida is such an entirely new what grows when and what is tropical, and the differences in the way of life and people who cook outside for and so on. I'm always kind of keeping track. When I said before, you know, taking inventory. Oh, because with so many people, this complacent thing sets in, and you think, oh, I live this way. My neighborhood behaves this way. I guess the world works this way. And so without that curiosity, without saying, no, the world doesn't work this way, turn on the news. You mustn't expect that it, you know, how can you understand unless you question and explore and doubt. doubt a lot of what your family has, perhaps, you know, very early on prejudices that become part of you. You question all of it, yeah.